Good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Spear Point. So, wanted to come on, and this is going to be another masculine initiation video, specifically to do with um, releasing and then at the same time committing to love. So, we will dance with it. It's been kind of intense. I would say that yesterday was kind of a very, very pivotal point. A lot moved. So, but before I kind of open it up, I want to first announce that the live stream for Q&A will be on April 19th, this Saturday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So, and then after the live stream, it will be under the live tab under the channel. So you can view it anytime you want. And then I also have a post that you can submit your questions. If you can't make the live stream and you wanted to submit some questions, you can submit it in the comment section there. Or I will put my email in the description below, and you can also submit it to my email if you'd like. You can do it in this comments of this video as well. Just please put for stream and then type out your question. That way I don't try to attempt to answer it within the comments. So I'll open it up. And so we'll be delicate here because it is kind of like a tender spot. There's a lot of energy moving. I know within my own stream, um, yeah, my world got a little bit rocked. And so it is kind of like more is opening up. So with this heart opening, this masculine initiation, and it's not just the masculines, it's always a dance between the two. Um, Kind of from what I've seen is like the feminine is not having to do anything and I'll say that like action oriented, like at least in the world. And it could change from person to person. But her remaining in that commitment to source is really like where the whole focus is. Now, with this masculine initiation, what came in first? And so this was probably 2 days ago that this happened to me. And it's been evolving ever since. But so I don't have any Greek ancestry, but like the Greek myths seem to be coming in. And of course, it's just an archetype. So there's an energy within it. It just helped me unpack it with the archetype that was presented to me, which was Persephone. So Persephone came to me, which I did not expect it. It came kind of out of the blue, and it was a very beautiful kind of energy. But it was an interesting point because yeah, I'm starting to get a little emotional with it. So what happened is I was just working. I was sanding a railing to stain it, and Persephone came. And so when she was talking to me, like pomegranates were like in my dreams all night. And when I woke up and I was sanding, she presented herself and she was very kind, very soft spoken. The energy was just very, very sweet and actually loving and delicate, actually. And when she came to me, she was showing me the seeds that had been sown in the underworld and to release them. And my system got a little bit defensive the moment that came in because, like, feeling those seeds that were sown. So I was aware that this was the love between two. the masculine and feminine. Like that's where it came up within my own system. And then between the collectives, and this was very, very old. That's how it felt to me. It was a very old kind of like where we sowed the seeds. And very softly and sweetly, she said, um, you have to release these. You have to free me. And first, my system was defensive. And then when I kind of was just like going through the internal blocks within my own system and I could see it, and I was just like, okay, yeah, like let's give these to source. I that's all it was. The love that ran through my system was really immense, and it was a beautiful feeling. It was just like, oh, there it is. Of course. Like I just want everything to be happy. I just want everything to be in its aligned place. Like I don't want to hold anything that's out of place. I truly just want that for myself and everything everywhere. And that kind of like realignment was, it was such a deep place, such an old place that I didn't really know. And it was like, you know, with Persephone coming in that way, she was very, very kind and sweet, just showing me the place that needed to be released. And that was like amazing. I loved that. And then things got intense. So it was another point that I came across within the energies, within my own system, part of this masculine initiation process where the oaths, the vows, everything that's been in the past turns sour and it becomes binding and it becomes like an imprisoning point. So when those come up, it's like, you know, surrendering and giving them up. And this has been, I think, part of the early process of a lot of this, of a lot of these connections, the dance between the two energies, I feel like has been going on for a while. Like the masculine energy has been holding like a lot of these representations, a lot of these bindings, a lot of these oaths, a lot of these seeds that were sown. And it's almost like it pushes the feminine to kind of uproot her roots that were there and then surrender to source and kind of like almost rise above it. That's at least what's being shown to me right now. Well, now that she's kind of like in her seat and her roots are getting planted in the new, she's like holding that stance. Now that it feels like the masculine energy is being like called to release all those seeds as well, all the oaths, all the vows throughout time, throughout, yeah, throughout all of this. And it's actually really like, it's been something that has been really shown and been worked on. And it's been continuously like a skilled continuously in mastering, right? You just release and you give it to source and be like, okay, yeah, I don't hold anything. So this is the point that reached yesterday, and why it got so intense was that releasing to source and like any of these points and almost an absence of commitment. That's what came up yesterday, was that all this releasal is now a commitment to love, a commitment to the love between two without really any rational or any of that. So that was its own like leap of faith, because that's what was asked of me yesterday. And I was really, really resistant. One, because I didn't want to become it's another binding point. I didn't want to hold something that wasn't asked for. I didn't want to do anything like that. I was actually kind of like afraid to do that. What was interesting is that it was showing this internal part that was refusing to commit. Um, and when I sat with it, it was it was part of this next step, which is like the commitment to the true energy, the commitment to the true love, the commitment to the journey, the commitment to all of this, and accepting it. So far it's been a lot of releasing and just not holding on. And this isn't holding on either. I won't say it's not that. It's a deeper surrender to love by committing to it. And this is probably the next, like, this is how I feel the next step. It's kind of like, no, it's a commitment to it. So for so long, it has felt like always a releasal to the point where like everything's being like almost ripped out from the ground where you're just like, yeah, it's fine. Like I'm accepting whatever comes my way. And that was very freeing to my system and it felt amazing. And intimidating. There were parts where I didn't want to let go. And it's hit this point now where it demands more. Like it's more of the journey. You have to commit to the love. You have to accept the love. You have to acknowledge it and then continue and let it kind of guide you. And accepting the love between two is not claiming. Like that's not a claiming energy. It's kind of like you're committing to the love and then allowing it to move you where you're supposed to go. But that point is very important because my system didn't want to do it. It was very scared of doing something wrong, but feeling that and then surrendering into it with no expectations, no claiming, no container, no anything. That was the union between the two. The union of everything that's been learned, which is surrendering all the oaths, the promises, the seeds that were sown, and even your own containers, your mental constraints, the codependency, the all of that, surrendering all of those, and even deeper points within yourself when they came up. And then within the masculine system, like where you didn't know it, and then also just wanting to be free from the love. Yeah, that was present as well. Being free from the love to kind of like, hmm. So you didn't have to deal with your own initiation. Yeah. So by going into it and then releasing and then being guided through it, now it's uniting that with the commitment to love, the commitment to yourself, the commitment to soul, the commitment to source, the commitment to the love between two, accepting the love between two, and then committing to it. That is really, really nice to feel. And it kind of like it almost continues to open the heart and walk this way. So, and there's a huge surge of energy with that, like just speaking that and dropping into it. It's, um, it's beauty. It really is. It's amazing to feel. And it's just sitting there and being like, no, this is real and committing to it, accepting it, acknowledging it, having it run between your system, within your system, bringing that in. It's kind of like what I'm seeing right now is like when you're in the caves, when you're in the abyss, when you're in the dark, and you can, underneath the waves of the ocean, you start to see the sun. So you start to see the light within the water. It's like when you're so far down in the ocean, those parts of the ocean that light never reaches, and you start swimming, it's, black, almost appearing nothingness. And when it starts, your eyes start to adjust. It's kind of like, oh, and this is committing to continuing to rise through the waves, through the ocean, through the waters, through the rock, through the lava, because it's both, because it's not just water, it's also fire. Um, yeah, that's what it's showing right now. So rising up with that is a commitment to love, and the love between two actually ignites the system, and you continue to rise up. And by doing that, you're accepting it without a need for it to be anything. And we'll watch as this continues, because it is very, it's a freeing energy. Like once you cross that boundary point, it's very freeing. It's very opening. Like it's just like, oh, that's better. But getting there, it's kind of like that precipice point is intense. And that's okay, because I mean, think about all your physical representations, like within the masculine energy, and accepting it. It's kind of like it's the bridge between the physical and the new, the true, this energy that's moving and bridging into the physical. So every situation is a little bit different, but that weight of that between the two worlds could be different and could be very, very intense. So I feel like this energy, touching it and just experiencing it, it's going to rock a lot of worlds. And I can feel it kind of, and I feel like it's going to take some time to roll out. Like this is just touching the surface, and we'll watch it kind of continue. But as I integrate this, it feels very, I'm excited. I'm excited because I can see more opening up within my system, more things coming in. And if I didn't do that, it wouldn't have happened. And I can say that. And I'm like, I'm very excited. I can see all these things coming in, and my commitment to love and the love between two is starting to, the more that opens up within my system, the more it comes in, the more that my system clicks into place, the more that my presence continues. So it goes hand in hand. And I'm very, very excited. So I listen and we follow, right? We listen, we follow, and we continue on. So, wow, this is very beautiful. So with that, I'm going to leave it there. Of course, my Calendly is the links below. The link to the live stream is in the description. I'll make a pinned comment as well. And then, yeah, what a beautiful, soft, sweet morning. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Say hi to the sun or the rain or the clouds. And yeah, give a tree a hug. That's what I'm going to do. So have a beautiful rest of your day. From me to you, love you. Take care.